So here we got test on Monday. October something. October 4th. All homeworks will be due. Well, some of them are already due, and the later ones will be due Sunday night at midnight, 11:59. Okay, and tomorrow and Friday we'll do reviews in here, and so there'll be 2 videos for reviews, and so we want to do that. All right, so if what did we remember? Oh yeah, so we took pictures. So 12.1 was a bunch of tables that we made. We made frequency distribution tables. We made histograms. We made frequency polygons, stem and leaf plots. Okay, and the rules were make a picture, make a picture, make a picture. Okay, now let's think about a histogram for just a second. Okay, we can make that anything, whatever. Heights of people. So we have some short people, most people are in the middle, and then we have some tall people. Piece of cake, nice little histogram. And what you're supposed to do when you do this, when you talk about a histogram, is you should talk about the center. And today we're going to do center. You should talk about anything unusual. So center is mean or median or mode. But that's all the way back from 5th, 6th grade. So 12.2 should be a very simple homework to do. However, I haven't looked at it. They could ask you a bunch of stuff. Get familiar with a calculator. All right, center, you should look at anything unusual, and that would be outliers or gaps. And in our histogram that we have pictured here, there are no outliers, there are no gaps, and you would assume the center is somewhere here in the middle. All right, you should look at shape, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But this looks like it's unimodal symmetric, sort of symmetric. Okay, we're going to talk about shape later. And then we should talk about spread. How far out is this stuff spread? Range, that type of thing. Okay, that's 12.3, I believe, is spread. And then you should be specific. Broadly specific. Now, what in the world does broadly specific means? You use like around 70 would be a nice way to be broadly specific. You give a little, so you're going to use wiggle words. Okay. If you need help remembering this, it's really easy to remember. It's cuss BS. So you can tell your mom, what did you learn in school today? We learned how to cuss and BS. It just helps me remember. Did I get all 4 things? Did I talk about the center? Did I talk about anything unusual? Did I talk about the shape? Did I talk about the spread? And was I broadly specific? Did I use a wiggle word and an actual number? Wiggle word and an actual number. Okay, so in our book, today we're talking about center, and our book doesn't call it center, it calls it central tendency. And I tend to spell tendency incorrectly. I have that. Okay. So what we are going to use are these words: mean, median, mode, all the M words, and I don't know why I have 4 blanks. That's not good. All right, so I'm wondering if I'm missing one. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Yes, I do. Because this is one I'm not familiar with at all. Mid-range. Okay. So the first one up is the mean. And you've been doing this for a long time. You know how to average grades. You know how to average things. So you just add them all up and divide by how many are in the set. And this is the nice little formula. It's an awesome looking formula. That little weird crazy looking E thing means add them up. It's summation. N is equal to the number of data items. Now most calculators will do this for you. However, we're just going to do it by hand here. So 8 plus 10 plus 9 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9, all divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it is equal to, let's see here, 18 is 36, 42, 50, 59, 66 divided by 8, which is 8.5. And I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. But I could be. And then they give us this little, we're going to call this X with a bar above it, and the name of that is, ready? You'll love this name, X bar. Statisticians are so creative when they came to naming things. So X bar it is. Okay. The mean is the one that you don't want to do, but the E says take every X value and add them all up. So they gave us those 8 X values, added them up. Okay. It's just a fancy way of doing what you've always done. Another type is called the median, which is, once again, you have done this, and it's just the middle number, and line them all up from smallest to largest. If it's odd, it's actually the middle number, if there's an odd number. If it's an even number in the data set, then you take the average of the 2 middle terms. Well, ours was 8 terms. So we line them up, so it's arrange them. Range, and they go from 6, 7, 8, 8. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, and 10. Okay, now we look at the middle 2 numbers because it's an even data set, even numbered data set, and we're going to take the average of those middle 2 numbers, and so our median is 8 plus 9 divided by 2, which is 8.5. And I'm pretty sure that they just go MED for median. There's no nice little X bar or anything like that. No symbol that I know of. Okay, mean and median of this data set. Let's just do the median. So they're not arranged. 25, then 28, then 35, then 40, then 42. So the median is 35. Pretty easy to do. And let's see if we can do this one. So the smallest number is 61, then 72, then 79. I usually make a mistake putting them in order. 85, 87, 93. So it's those two, 79 and 85. So 79 plus 85 divided by 2 is our median, which is equal to something. 150, 164 divided by 2, which is 82. Alright, a third type is called the mode. And that is which one occurs the most. You can have more than one mode. So if you have 5 3s and 5 7s, and that's the most of any number, then you can actually have 2 modes. Okay? Now the question is, can a data set have no mode? And the answer is yes, if nothing repeats. That's on your homework, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so here we go. I think I got 3 9s, don't I? That seems like the most. So the mode was 9. Boom, done. Whichever one repeats the most. All right, and this one, we got 2 3s, and we have 2 8s. So we have 2 modes, 3 and 8. If we put them in order, it'd be 3, 3, 5, 8, 8, 9. The median would be in between those two, which would be 8 plus 5 is 13. So the median is, the average of 5 and 8 is 6.5. And the mean, which is X bar, would be, add those up. So that's 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 8 is 19, plus 8 is 27, plus that one is 36, divided by 6 is 6. So we have our mean, median, mode, and this happened to have 2 modes, no biggie. And that's 5th or 6th grade, somewhere. It was on the STAR test in 5th grade. Done. All right, let me stop before we go any further. So in my senior level introductory stats class, basically, we did our ages. And there's a couple 16-year-olds. And there's a lot of 17-year-olds. And there's a couple of 18-year-olds. All right. And so you would assume that the median, of course, is 17. The mode is 17. The average is really, really close to 17, right? And then I said, oh, wait a second, I'm in this room too. And so I put my age at there. Now look what happens. The mode was 17, still is 17. Didn't change. The median didn't change either. I mean, it may have been between these two. Now it's just this person. So the median stayed 17. But the mean went to, I think it went to 19. We actually did by months, and been like 19 and a half years old. So I said to the class, I said, go tell your parents that the average age of the kids in my of the people in, they say, use the word people, so that includes me, the people in my stats class is 19 and a half. They'll think all the mineral wells kids are dumb, and they're 19 and a half years old, they're still in high school. Of course, so median is a much better thing to use for center sometimes. Because I was an outlier, right? I'm an outlier, age-wise. Okay? So if there's an outlier, we should be using median. Okay. And then this is what I never had heard of before taught this class, but it's not that hard. It's just called the mid-range. And range is spread. Range is going to be spread, and mid-range is exactly what it means. It means the middle of the range. So it's the minimum plus the maximum divided by 2. So you're basically averaging the oldest person, the youngest person, the tallest person, the shortest person. You're just going to average their heights. So here's our pops. You have a question?
Isn't it the same thing as range?
No, but it uses the same value. Okay, so range. See, I think they should have done range first. So range is
Well, I've never heard of mid-range. We always use range.
Yep, range is max minus min. So this is using min plus max divided by 2. It's weird. I'm telling you, it's weird. You'll only use it in this class. You probably never use it again in your life. And just for homework, because I'm not even sure if I probably do ask it on the test.
Talk this stuff on the-
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, some of it you'll use. You'll do taxes.
I said half.
Half. Yeah, it's about right. Which is better than the 10% of other classes. Okay. Let me see if this is on the formula sheet. I believe it is.
Now that lady you clear off the hall, if I never use anything.
It is not on the. It is not on this mid-range. Okay. We'll get there. All right. So the min was 6 and the max was 10. So 6 plus 10 divided by 2 is 16 divided by 2, which is 8. And then I think I just took this off your homework questions, not the comic strip, but this problem. So I'm not finding the mean of those, nor the mean. Oh, whatever. I'm going to just find the mid-range. Yeah, but this could be a homework question. Don't be surprised if it is. Just take your time. Make sure you have all the numbers in correctly. I got the smallest is 1.6. And the biggest is 5 plus 5.0 divided by 2, which is equal to 6.6 divided by 2, which is 3.3. I have no idea what mid-range is good for. Median, definitely good for. You'll hear median used with home prices in a neighborhood. Okay, so we don't really care about the super high dollar houses. We want to know the median house price. Okay? Or mode's good too. And that is it for central tendency. 4 ways to find the center of data. And you think, well, that's crazy, right? 4 different ways, but it's okay. Here's a little geometry problem for you, which I kind of love. Where's the center of the triangle? Yeah, I don't know. So there's actually 27 different definitions for center of a triangle. Some crazy number like 27. Like, am I supposed to take angle bisectors and see where they intersect? Am I supposed to take perpendicular to the midpoints and see where those intersect? There's all kinds of different ways to do this. Eyeball is the best way. Yeah.
Right
There's good enough. And so this idea of 4 different ways to calculate the center of a data distribution is a little weird.
Wouldn't it be the same way you were flying?
Yeah, anyway, go ask your geometry teacher. They'll love to talk to you about it. Okay, that's it. Tomorrow we'll start the review. Friday we'll finish the review. Monday we will test.